What's going on, guys? Living Zombies here, back with another Pokemon Go video. And in today's video, guys, we are talking more about Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing in Pokemon Go, because yeah, it seems like this feature from Sword Shield should be dropping next season. I am pretty certain that next season will be the season of Galar. So yeah, I do expect this new mechanic to drop within the next season, which again will start like September 4th. So we have a bunch of info, guys, to talk about, a bunch of data mined info to talk about from the Pokemon group on Twitter, including an actual video of them catching a Dynamax'd Pokemon. So let's go ahead and start off with this right here, guys. Some information about this new feature. We now know what MP is going to stand for, Max Particles. Max Particles is pretty much the equivalent of a raid pass to get into a raid, any raid, 5-star raid, 3-star raid, whatever, because yeah, these power spots, which are pretty much equivalent to a Dynamax raid den from a Sword Shield, these power spots do require you to have max particles, so you guys just can't go in and do as many Dynamax raids as you want. That's not going to be the case. You gotta have enough max particles, and there are ways to get max particles for free, but you can also buy them, of course, but there are some ways to get them for free, which we'll talk about that in a second. But first things first, to battle at a power spot, which again, I don't know if a power spot is going to be a brand new POI or if it takes over a gym, if it takes over a Pokestop. I have no idea how that's going to work. I think it might be its own new POI itself that just might randomly pop up on the map at some point. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that, but to battle at these power spots, when you do find one, you have to have Dynamaxed Pokemon in your Pokemon storage, which it does say you can catch them in the wild. To battle at a power spot, you need to battle with Dynamax Pokemon. This is a quote from in-game. You can catch Dynamax Pokemon in the wild from visiting power spots. So when you go near a power spot, there is a chance that wild Dynamax Pokemon can spawn near that power spot. Now, I'm kind of expecting these wild spawns to maybe be like, you know, pretty weak Pokemon, and the power spot raid boss, if you will, is going to have like some good Pokemon. And similar to Sword Shield, we're going to have attack multipliers, but also 3 abilities during the battles too: Cheer, Max Guard, and Max Spirit. I do remember back in Sword Shield, when your Pokemon fainted during the raid den battle, you can cheer, which can increase the stats of your allies' Pokemon in that raid. And then Max Guard does protect the user from moves for the rest of the turn, so they're not going to take any damage during that turn. But I'm not too sure what Max Spirit is going to do. And we also have 3 new filters for attack categories too: Max Attack, Max Guard, and Max Spirit. Oh, so perfect. We have descriptions of Max Attack, Guard, and Spirit. So Max Spirit is heal users and allies' Pokemon in max battles. Okay, that's pretty cool. Reduce damage taken from attacks is Max Guard. Okay, pretty similar to Sword Shield. And Max Attack, an extra powerful charged attack. So yeah, you might have to get a little bit strategic in these Dynamax raids depending on how hard the Dynamax raid boss is. And it seems like we can also Dynamax our Pokemon in the raids too, similar to Sword Shield, but there will be a cooldown. I believe once you Dynamax in Sword Shield, I think you stay Dynamax for 3 turns and then your Pokemon goes back to normal. So yeah, all that does sound very, very cool. They also did say this too. We found a few tutorials to find powerful Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon at power spots. So that's what I said earlier. The power spots will feature the good Pokemon, right? The powerful Pokemon, but maybe those Dynamax spawns around the power spots will be more like weaker Pokemon. And you can collect max particles from power spots. You can use them to battle at the power spot, because again, you have to use them to get those good Pokemon from that power spot or train max moves. And once you defeat a power spot boss, you can catch them, of course, and you will only use max particles if you win the battle. So if you guys lose, you're not going to lose any of the max particles that you guys use to get into the Dynamax raid. And this is pretty interesting too. After you defeat a power spot boss, you can place a Pokemon to help other trainers and earn candy, I'm assuming, for that specific Pokemon, or maybe it's rare candy, who knows. You can place up to 20 Pokemon at power spots, but I would assume there might be a limit to 1 per trainer. So I think this means there might be NPCs at these power spots. If you don't have like 4 actual players to join this power spot, NPCs might use those Pokemon that got stored at the power spot, which is kind of cool if you guys don't have anyone to battle with. And again, right here, you may encounter a Pokemon after visiting a power spot. The more Gigantamax Pokemon placed at the power spot, so it has to be Gigantamax, I guess, the higher chance you may have to encounter a wild Dynamax Pokemon. And again, a free way to earn max particles is just by walking, right? Your nearby menu has been upgraded. Visit power spots and walk to collect max particles. So again, right here, it will be possible to earn max particles while walking, and this will also be a quest to receive X amount of max particles from walking. We can also receive max particles from power spots, like I said before, and it does seem like you will be able to trade Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon as long as it's not the last one that you caught. So now we can talk about this right here, guys. The visual effects of 10 max moves were added. So these are Dynamax moves that Dynamax raid boss Pokemon will be using, such as Max Geyser, Max Lightning. All of those visual effects have been added. The item MP has been added, which you guys can see that right here, along with a tutorial image of a Gigantamaxed Blastoise. So again, you guys can see that there are 4 Pokemon battling this Blastoise, because that's how it was in Sword Shield. It was up to 4 players. So I think you guys can battle with up to 3 different friends. So yeah, that looks very, very nice with that Gigantamax Blastoise. You guys can see the MP pack, the Max Particle Pack. I'm sure that will be in the shop for a few coins. And we also have a look at a Power Spot MP as well, which looks very sick, and a Power Spot Pokemon, which does show like that aura of pink around it on that Pikachu. So I guess if you see a spawn that has that aura around it, maybe that will be a Dynamax Pokemon by that Power Spot. And then that leads us, guys, to, of course, the Dynamaxed Bunnelby that we're catching from this power spot, from this Dynamax raid, whatever you want to call it. Again, with the same big Pokeball from Sword Shield that we use to throw on Dynamaxed and Gigantamax Pokemon. That does look so, so good. So yeah, guys, again, we are one step closer to Dynamaxed and Gigantamax Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Let me know your thoughts about this feature so far in the comments below, guys. How excited are you for this feature? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, drop a like on the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.